Oh, I need to update the name of the day here too. There we go. And I think we are now good. So, if you are just joining or if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to do an over-explained Covenant 25 run, talking through, we're going to do a random, and I'll talk through from the very beginning the strategy I'm hoping to implement, and then continue to update in between every fight. What is the strategy? How is it developing? Why am I picking certain cards? What do they add? What do they not? And so on. And hopefully we get some wins, but if not, at least I can be self-assured that I took my time and thought through all of my actions. So with that, let's jump into the first run. I don't remember if we're on a streak right now or not. I think we lost with the Shardtail Queen. So I think we're on a new streak. Yeah, we're on a new win streak starting at 0. So let's jump into it and see how it goes. All right, so we have Solgard and Melting Remnant Standard with Dregs. Interesting. And our starter cards are Titan's Gratitude, Whiplash, and Unnamed Tome. Very interesting. Unnamed Tome is fairly useful already for Seraph the Diligent. With Daedalus, we have Damage Shield. So we have to consider, well, we don't really have any targeted damage, so we're going to have to either be able to block. I mean, luckily we do have Dregs, so Dregs are pretty good chump blockers for bombs. Because we're probably not going to be able to kill them with spells. We have Titan's Gratitudes, but that's it, and getting 2 of them in a turn is not really reliable. So we are going to need to think about how we're going to block Daedalus bombs. For Arcus, we have Daze and additional spells. The additional spells is going to be certainly more awkward to work around with Stygian Guard, because typically you're going to want to go an incant build. So we probably need to figure out a good way to set up a 2-floor where we're happy with playing spells on 2 different floors if needed. Alright, let's see what artifact we get. I think Winged Steel makes the most sense. Works really well with Foregone Powers as well. I can't remember if Foregone Power, if you finish your turn off with a Foregone Power, can it discard the card that you draw? Don't know. I don't, well, so Dazed is also pretty useful though. Dazed means that the Blight units might get dazed and might not put blights in your deck, which is certainly useful as well, but it's got to be card draw, especially if we go incant at all. Card draw is extremely valuable. Let's check out. I want both of them. The question is, what's going to be more relevant for the whole game? We have a lot of discard, which means that being able to play lots and lots of spells is going to be tricky. Whiplashes. How would these first battles go? So let's say battle number 1. We would do Coldchannel. We would put Dregs behind, try to burst out enemies with Titan's Gratitude. Have some extremely powerful Dregs sitting behind the Coldchannel. And then kill everything with AoE Frost as they, or especially the boss, kill the boss with AoE Frost, and then really strong Dregs. With Solgard the Martyr, basically the first set here is not really that important. I almost think we take Titan's Channel and go 1 Titan Channel, maybe even 2, and see if we can't pick up Coldchannel later. And use Titan Channel as our main tank. I mean, Coldchannel certainly scales better, especially if we have a multi-striking Seraph. And the enemies aren't going to do tons of damage, so tanking for Seraph the Diligent is not that big of a deal. Yeah, I actually am leaning more and more towards Coldchannel. Let's do that. Let's do Coldchannel. And either, if we can go a Titan Sentry secondary and go 2 levels of Titan Channel secondary and then get 2 levels of Titan Channel, that'd be good. Or we go all in on Coldchannel. Both would be fine. Extra damage here. We would need a Titan's Gratitude plus a foregone power to kill one of these, and then a foregone power to kill the backliner. But I think we want the early unit. We can chump block with a lot of stuff, drags, and things before we get there. We save the Unnamed Tome for the boss, so that he's not putting blights in our deck. We could also stack 3 stacks of foregone power would kill him in 2. 2 stacks would kill him in 3. Yeah, I think we have some options here. Alright, so we're gonna get tank and whatnot. And let's use 1 foregone power and hopefully discard 1 drag. It's perfect, and then we want to play the second drag, I think here, with the expectation that we will get... Oh wow, okay, there you go. Alright, so... we can put you here, give you a Wicklash. So the front unit's gonna die. If we put this in the back unit also dies. We can foregone power up here, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's okay. And there's a really good chance we draw the Wicklash. If we draw the Wicklash, I like putting him up there. We're gonna have one more chance to draw another drag. We just want 1 drag up here that can be Wicklashed at some point. This is perfect. We put another one up here so that at least you're getting some extra damage. We want a Train Steward up here, and then we want to blast you for 25. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get a drag plus a foregone power, and we can actually... So I would think I would prefer to put you up front, block the hit, Titan's Gratitude, and then we can put foregone power on you, and we can get rid of your possibility of giving us garbage. So we are going to get exactly 2 hits with our Solgard the Martyr. We can put you down here. And I think the Frostbite becomes more important right now. Okay, but we're going to draw. Get another Frostbite. Okay, so it doesn't... Well, it might have still discarded the drawn card. I'm still not 100% sure how that's working. So a couple of spells would be really useful, but any spell here is going to be valuable because it means we get more Frost... Okay, that was enough. Sounds good. So we got through this without taking any damage. That's really, really good. Fantastic. Titan's Tooth is really good AoE. We have a lot of discard. There's a pretty good chance we can hit Titan's Tooth. We don't have any AoE right now. I don't think Energy Siphon makes sense, and typically I don't take more than 1 Unnamed Tome. So I think Titan's Tooth makes the most sense. Certainly we're hoping to hit it with one of our discards. Hallowed Drippings, it really depends on if we get a burnout unit, but then we already have 2 Wicklashes. Dripfall is pretty multi-purpose. We can overstack a floor behind the Solgard, which could be really useful, especially if we go an incant build. It's also very versatile with the blight units because you can stun them, move them around. We can manipulate flying bosses. We can that's how we can manipulate bombs. That's a targeted bomb manipulation, which could be really good. I think there's enough uses for Dripfall that it makes sense. So this is tough. Well, actually, it's not, because neither of them are going to be very useful as tanks, because the expectation is that we use Solgard as the main tank. And then Paraffin Enforcer, we do have the chance to actually get Rage onto Solgard if we want, by applying Burnout, or we just apply Whiplashes to Paraffin Enforcer. Or even just put a drag on the same floor, and it can make the drag really strong. I think we do want an incant, if we can get one. Cold Celia is also really good AoE though. And we could apply Whiplashes to Cold Celia, so we get 1 extra capacity, or we drip fall. We get the 3 of them on 1 floor. We put the Whiplashes onto Cold Celia, who does really strong AoE damage and AoE Frostbite. And the Paraffin Enforcer continues to stack up. I actually kind of like that setup here. And then what do we want? We want Incant Armor onto Paraffin Enforcer, so we have some reason to incant on the floor. Your intention is not to really get hit, so we want to just give you extra damage. We don't need Endless on anything, and I'm not going to Purge yet. I'm going to wait. So we certainly have a good enough setup for this boss. Starting on each floor for 75 coins. What are we going to use it on? We have Merchant of Magic coming up. We also have another Stygian Banner and Hairstill's Horde. But I think we would go Merchant of Magic at the Pyre health. And because we have some spells that would be worth upgrading. Dripfall, making it free. Even making it holdover would be really good. Adding damage to Titan's Gratitudes. Making Whiplashes free. So we have upgrade potential here. I think it's worth getting the 75 coins. We really can't, unless we happen to get Titan's Tooth in our opening hand, we really can't take out the first floor. But a setup like this, we can go 1, 2, 3, Drip Fall. Interesting. So we go 1. 2, 3, drag, and then I think we just kill one outright is better. So we're gonna take only the 1 damage, and we actually kill everything. You're gonna get up to the pyre and do 1 damage. That's fine. And now Titan's Tooth would be amazing. We didn't get it, unfortunately. Other unfortunate thing is that we did not also... both of them are going to die. That's certainly not the way we wanted this to play out, but we can put you down here and start incanting you. Get a drag behind you. And ideally we get a Whiplash soon. And luckily we are killing everything. So that's it for units. Let's get 2 drags out here. Get you in here. Well, hold on. Let's Foregone Power. Yeah, okay, great. So we can Whiplash. I think we want to Whiplash one of them. And it's going to be the haste unit. If it's going to be the haste, let's play it from the top to be safe. We still have 1 more Train Steward as well. So we can put the Train Steward up here, and then we're guaranteed to hit Titan's Tooth. Which is excellent. We kill everything there, get a lot of damage out on him, and we get 2 more floors. So 10 Frostbite by itself should be enough to kill him. But we can get you in here to block the first hit. And I guess it's fine. We just do this, and then 1 more Foregone Power, and we kill him. That's really great. So we got only 1 damage. We don't need another Titan's Gratitude. We have enough burst, I think. Well, to be honest, our burst is not particularly great. What our burst is more... I guess having the 2 Titan's Gratitudes is enough. We can upgrade them, give them more damage. Because they're attuned, so we can easily get them to 75 damage. I don't think we need now AoE because we have a strong AoE unit, and Solgard will do AoE as well when it gets hit. And Helical Crystallis, I think, is the same thing. We don't need any more front burst. Ideally, we can get through to our like Titan's Tooth and Titan's Gratitudes faster. We also need to get to Wicklashes faster. And part of me is wondering if it makes sense to already... Ooh, Purifying Cleanse. If we add Holdover and Double Stack on Purifying Cleanse, we could use it as a way to keep Solgard alive. And then Solgard would also get raged. That's kind of interesting. We are going to go to spell upgrades now. We have 285 coins. I think we go for it. Because that would be really huge. The only issue then would be the Seraph the Diligent. So we definitely go spell upgrades. We want to make sure we get something... I don't really want to remove Consume from that. And I think the priority first is Wicklashes. Do we want these to hit hard and then disappear? A 2-cost Titan's Gratitude that does 125 damage. Is that worth it? For 2 Ember, we do 125 damage to a front enemy unit. And discard a card. I think there are better ways to upgrade. There's a Holdover. Honestly, we don't even need it to be double stacked. Just hold over on that by itself adds a lot of value. Let's now get the Drip Ball to be free. And I don't think we need extra restore on it. I think we want the Titan's Gratitudes to be more potent. So now we have a pretty solid front burst spell. Having this on Holdover means that we can consistently use it on either the Solgard the Martyr or on any other unit. This heals Solgard and as well gives burnout, which means the Solgard will start generating rage, which is really good. If we do a Monster Rail Spike, we want to get rid of a Train Steward. This will also help out quite a bit with the upcoming fight. This is putting us in a really solid position, for at least for the first half of the run. I don't know how well this scales. I mean, the nice thing is that Solgard scales by itself pretty well. So this is already really solid. We can get all of these guys in here. Get a Wicklash rolling. Double Wicklash means this guy's going to stick around for a while. And now all we need is really to get not a bomb here. And yeah, Purifying Cleanse. That's amazing. So we can get Purifying Cleanse in there. You in here. We can put the Steward there as well. And we don't need to silence anything. I kind of like just already stacking Frostbite, but we could get more... Yeah, but this is going to make him do more damage. You know what? Let's silence him. And just get more incants. The other nice thing is that Paraffin Enforcer, because Paraffin Enforcer is gaining armor, over time he's also going to become much, much stronger. Okay, so the heal here keeps you alive, barely. Like, really barely. Let's get you out of the deck. There's a chance we can just outright kill the front unit. Not even a chance. We were going to outright kill the front unit. The AoE would have also been really good, but I think we're still okay here. He's getting an additional 16 Frostbite. That's great. We can heal back to full again. And now we're really just waiting on our... we can't fit another unit. We need things to die. Things are not dying. Alright, there we go. There's 3 spells. 1. I think we still just want to stack up our spells here. We still not have gotten the Drip Ball. That's really what we're waiting for. And once we get Drip Ball... Okay, we got it at the end. So heal you all the way. Drop you down. And now suddenly everything's come together. I'm gonna fit you in there too. Very cool. So very solid. We should have considered putting the burnout onto the drag. Oh, but we needed the heal. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Hoarfrost Effigy. Hoarfrost Effigy. It's that or Spike of the Stygian. I don't think we need Endless. We're healing pretty regularly. We're not going to take that much damage, at least during the Seraph fight. And we're going to heal most of it. Do we need it? That's really the question. Are we going to need it to survive? Because we're going to add a lot of Frostbite onto enemies. Like, a lot. And it ends up being a dead card on most non-flying boss fights. I think we skip here. Even Spike of the Stygian might end up getting less value because we don't want to sap necessarily. We are okay with our Solgard taking damage. We heal it every turn. I think we're gonna skip here. Don't think we need necessarily any of this. And I think it's draw. We want to make more of our spells cheaper. We want to be able to incant more, get to our Wicklashes, get to our Purifying Cleanse. All right, let's see. We can go unit upgrades here, and then maybe spells here. Units, maybe, or we do a duplicate and removal. So we're gonna have a solid unit and spell chance. The only thing is I don't know that there's a remnant unit that we're gonna really want. Do we get a Tycoon literally just to get us coins? Is that valuable enough? I don't think we want a Lady of the Reformed at all. But a Wickless Tycoon, we can fit it. I mean, that's the thing, is we can fit these units in. And maybe it's okay. We put it on a second floor, and then when things die to Frostbite on that floor, it gets benefit. Let's make him a little tankier then, if that's our plan. And I want to reroll. I don't think we want the +5, +10. Multi-strike, and it's got to be on the Paraffin Enforcer. This is tough, because the sweep is so good, but the Paraffin Enforcer means that they're going to get rage faster. I think this is fine. I don't think that we need to necessarily sweep with a lot of damage. The 16 base damage, or 15, yeah, 16 base damage that Cold Celia has should be enough. And yeah, this is what's tough, because Titan's Channel, two levels of Titan's Channel plus Cold Channel is also really insane. It's a question of, do we need the double Frostbite, or do we want a really, really thick Solgard? Okay, you know what? Actually, I think it needs to be thicker Solgard because of the Seraph fight. We want to be able to consistently kill things without getting blights on our deck, which means we can't wait until Titan Channel appears. Additional 6 damage. That's 12. I think we're still okay. I don't think they are going to be able to do much more than 15 damage per turn. And there's a chance we can kill some of them off. Oh, wow, okay. It's actually a lot more damage than I was thinking, but still not as worried. There's that. So we can guarantee that we hit Cold Channel. Oh, everything's dying. Which is great, because that means we save a lot of health. Let's put the Wickless Tycoon here. And we want to get... want to get you in there. This is getting a little bit scary. We can put you guys up here. One of you here. Wicklash on you. I mean, Wicklash on him is also really good. I just don't know if we have... We're going to need this to heal. I think we just do this. And hit this. Dang. Okay, that's fine. Means that something can die on the second floor. Alright, well, we're gonna lose our Solgard. But then we can start drip falling things down. Well, not necessarily. If we can kill the front unit, then we're okay. Oh, we can't because it's only doing 25 damage. Ah, dang. Alright, well, let's get this train steward out. I don't think there's anything we could draw, unless we literally drew drip fall. We did literally draw drip fall, so we could actually keep Solgard alive. Is that better than bringing down the Cold Celia? We have another wave. Yeah, because we can heal after this. We're gonna guaranteed draw the heal here. Oh, we're still not living though. That's okay. We can get yeah, another frostbite in. I mean, this floor is gonna do a lot of damage. That's the nice thing. They should be able to. Oh, they're not quite killing this guy, are they? Well, we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do this as well, because we'll be able to stack even more. Let's get 2. Please hit it. Freaking heck yeah, we get the coins. Great. Alright, so we go Unnamed Tome, Purifying Cleanse, get another drag back here just to get some more damage out. We can even drip fall this dude, giving us another full hit. We're killing him. Wow, that's actually really good. Yeah, that a little bit of armor, I guess, pushed him over a damage threshold there. Huh. Definitely don't think we want Guardian's Amulet. A second Titan's Tooth is kind of interesting, but I'm worried about putting too much in the deck right now because we're struggling to get to our burnout extenders, especially the Purifying Cleanse, and the Purifying Cleanse is extremely important to keeping our Solgard alive. So I think we skip here, and certainly Bounty Stalker is good, but I don't think this is a Bounty Stalker build. I think we have the setup that we want, and this would just be an extra priority unit that would take up space. So let's continue. I also don't want the other 2 spells. We don't need resin removal because we're not going to get affected by anything with Seraph the Diligent. I think our units are in a pretty good spot. The only extra upgrade slot we have left is the Wickless Tycoon, and I'm not too worried about making him stronger. We really want to remove Train Stewards. They take up a lot of space, and they take up draws. Let's check out what we have for spell upgrades. So, I think we need to do, even though it means that our draws are going to be heavy burnout, having 2 free spells every turn that are not going to discard, and then in addition, having spells that are consistently applying burnout, I think are valuable, more valuable than a lot of the other stuff. I am going to reroll here. I think we want -1 to a Titan's Gratitude. I want an extra heal on the Purifying Cleanse. We don't need to remove Consume. We are not likely to spend coins next time because I'm not going to do unit upgrades. So I want to remove the last Train Steward. And let's see what we get in the Concealed Caverns. Trap Shoot and Pulley Steel Claw. Both of them are quite good because Seraph the Diligent is going to start devouring our spells. So having a Consume card that we can just play out is really good. I wouldn't necessarily want to remove Consume from it. I don't think it's going to be so important that we stack lots of days. I am getting a little bit nervous about the number of spells we have. We might have to start playing like Foregone Powers early to get them consumed. They heal up on the floors. how likely are we to kill... So we're not going to get any garbage. That's the nice thing. We're not going to get any garbage in the deck, which means that we can play on higher floors. We can do middle floor, top floor. And I think that should give us enough time to prep units that we can scale them up. Ideally we get... Yeah, Paraffin Enforcer. Oh, this is really good. So we can already eat this guy to the moon. It will mean that we take 4 damage. We could do something very strange. No, we can't do that because we don't have enough Ember. Okay, so I think we do it like this. We get you guys in here. Get you up here. We can already start giving you burnout. And even though there's a chance this could hit, the amount of damage that they're doing is not really enough that I think we need to prioritize that. And now here's the question, is are we going to get enough damage? If we Whiplash... Oh, with Titan's Gratitude, we're actually fine. We just played at the end. So we Drip Fall you. Can we prioritize... I think we need to get Cold Celia down. We Drip Whiplash you. Purifying Cleanse. Here. It doesn't really matter. It's going to apply the burnout anyway. And this is enough to kill him. And we got super lucky. We can actually get the Collector as well. Cool. So really solid. And again, we do Purifying Cleanse. This is where it gets tricky now. I think we can play this on you. We're not really taking that much damage. We might as well... Unnamed Tome... Do they get... Is this... Are we going to get back units? This is good. This means that he's going to collect from these guys. I can't remember if this is the one where the backliner adds extra damage. If it is, I want to save the Unnamed Tome for that. Honestly, I'm not really worried about anything dying this early. So let's just play out our spells. Get more incants and not stress about the Unnamed Tome. Okay, so we want to Whiplash here. We can probably afford to do a Purifying Cleanse here. Whiplash you, because that adds a lot more front-loaded damage. Get a drag up here. There's 2 more drags. I'm gonna save the drags. No, we just get rid of them. Doesn't make sense to hold them to get coins. We're already gonna get enough coins, I think. Ideally, we can now Drip Ball. We didn't get it. It makes sense we didn't get it. Unless we could maybe draw it when we play 3 cards. So now we definitely want you to have Purifying Cleanse. Still want Whiplash on you, but next turn we'll switch to the Cold Celia. We did not get it. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we didn't really need to do it, but it's fine. We can Drip Fall next turn, I think. So let's Purifying Cleanse you. And you've got more than... not quite more than enough burnout yet. But you only need to last for 2 turns anyway. So we don't need to put anything more on you. We do want... I think it's stacking as much damage onto this guy. For now. We play this out to Incant. We're not going to play the Steel Pulley. I mean, we can play it on him, but then he just gets dazed. What's more valuable? This represents 5 Frostbite if we play it here. No, 10 extra Frostbite. This represents 6 Frostbite. I think it's the 10 Frostbite here. Makes more sense. We'll do that. Okay. It's 10 Frostbite because he's going to get hit 10 times. So we're already killing him. That's really good news. And in fact, we can Drip Fall him so that he doesn't even die. That's hilarious. we're guaranteed to be able to play Titan's Tooth here. This seems really good. This seems really, really solid. Flicker's Liquor, I mean, we'll take it. It's not really that important. There's a chance that it makes us be able to use Titan's Tooth. And we can play more things the first turn. We don't want Frenzied Swarm. I really don't think we want Guardian's Amulet or Cuddle Hex. Mortal Entrapment could be really good, though. A Fatal Melting does not make sense. Crushing Demise does not make sense. But a Mortal Entrapment could be interesting. Because the bosses, the flying bosses will take damage, and then we can start stacking days on them. And it's likely to be free because we're playing units throughout most of the fight. Even if it's not free, like, we don't have very many spells that in fact, we have, what? 2 spells that cost anything. I think it's important that we continue to add a little bit more spells to our hand. I'm worried that we're going to get into a situation where we lose all of our main spells. We just don't have enough. Given that, we already planned we were going to go to the right path here. We can remove... It's got to be dregs. We can't remove spells. And duplicate what? I kind of like duplicating the Drip Fall. We aren't getting it near fast enough. Alternatively, we can just duplicate another Wicklash. The big Titan's Gratitude, the Titan's Tooth, Steel Pulley, Mortal Entrapment. Do we want two? I don't think we want two Mortal. I think it's the Drip Fall. If we want a second Drip Fall to guarantee we can overstack those floors. So these guys are making everybody else do more damage. This is going to daze, but that's actually okay. The daze doesn't really matter. We certainly want you to be dazed first. Then we put you down here. I think we can still pulley you. I'm really... Oh, this is the holdover Wicklash. We're good. We can put holdover Wicklash on you. So if we still pulley you, and then we Drip Fall, that's already 3 days. I think we do want to incant down here more. This is great. Okay. You're gonna incant that way. Let's get you in here. But, crap, it's spells, I forgot. We have to play at least one Wicklash down there. That's mandatory. So we do this. We can fit a drag. I kind of just want to get rid of the tome. And then I think it's okay if we play this Titan's Gratitude and have a 1-cost foregone power in order to get more incants as well as hit this guy for a lot. Yeah. Okay, that does mean that we're not going to have another incant problem for a while now, which is good. Okay, so we want you up here, Drip Fall you down, and give you a Wicklash. Keep you around. We can put this guy up front to tank the hit. You're going to die to Frostbite. 22, you'll have 15 left. Maybe you won't die to Frostbite. We'll have to sort that out. I think hopefully we get one of our... Okay, we do. We have a Titan's Gratitude we can use if we need to. So let's heal you back. Let's make sure you're not dying to Frostbite here. This is the incant spells. We can just put you down. that. Ah, Mortal Entrapment. That's perfect. Oh, the Mortal Entrapment is so good on this guy. Oh, it's so good on the boss. I'm gonna risk it. Oh my gosh, we actually hit it. So then we Titan's Tooth down here. And then we Mortal Entrapment the boss. Getting him 3 extra... you're still gonna die. You're gonna die 1 turn later. It's not really ideal. This is the daze now, which is good. Purifying Cleanse. Whiplash. You're gonna die anyway. You're gonna die anyway. Let's Drip Fall you down to get more coins out. You need Whiplash next. And then I think we just keep stacking extra days. Like that. This is all looking really, really solid. Really like how this is setting up right now. Keep healing you. Whiplash on you now. I'm not going to put it onto the Wickless Tycoon. I don't think we have enough burnout to go around. And then let's just keep stacking. Still have 18 Frostbite per hit. And next turn, we are good to go. You're only taking 6. If you're only taking 6, I would actually rather not use Purifying Cleanse on you right now. Oh, I did this because I had to Drip Fall him down. I was like, these guys are in the wrong order. But yeah, that makes sense. Actually like Drip Falling you. Makes you get Frostbite damage as well as all the other stuff. Let's give you the Purifying Cleanse. Give you the Whiplash. And I mean, we're guaranteed to hit this anyway. There's a chance we can hit. I want to be able to play both these spells if possible. So let's do the Titan's Gratitude. That hits, that's great. And then we do that. This is looking super solid here. Okay, so now we Purifying Cleanse so that we can... Actually, we didn't even need to do that. We're killing him before he has a chance to hit. That's hilarious, actually. Let's continue to stack up your burnout. And Drip Fall you again. Just for fun, do that. Hit you with a solid Titan's Gratitude and hit you with a Foregone Power. Wow! This is a solid build. It's a non-incant. Well, I mean, it's an incant. It's an incant because both of them benefit from the incanting, but it's mostly a burnout build with huge frostbite damage. This is very, very unique. I like this build a lot. I don't think we need Hoarfrost Effigy. I don't think we need Sacrificial Resurrection. And as I said before, I don't think we want Bounty Stalker. It's too much to try to work around all at once. So if I get Light of the Seraph for capacity, it would allow me to be able to play 3 units on that bottom floor, which is certainly beneficial. But I think we only have to get through our deck 1 time to Drip Fall twice and have all 4 of our units on the same floor. And I'm not even really, like, especially during the Seraph fight, having the Wickless Tycoon on the bottom is, like, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I think it's the draw. That way we can, because the thing with Seraph the Diligent is that the more draw you have, the better, because it means you can play out more spells after the first one consumes. If you have limited draw, that means that you can only play, so it's like you have your first spell, and then every other spell after that is extra. You got extra spells out of it that you didn't have to consume. And so for me, being able to have those extra spells played is extremely valuable. So Caverns, Duplicate, and Herzl's Horde getting a free artifact is very appealing. But so is just getting to choose an artifact, because there's a bigger chance if we go this path that we can get double incant triggers, which would be massive, or getting extra burnout from burnout applications. Either one of those would be super solid. But there's also the chance we get it here, and we could have more money going into this trinket, and if we don't spend money now, we could potentially not have to take the trial, and I have no idea what trial it's going to be, and that could be nice to be able to go into the final fight without having to have a trial. So I think we go right path here. We get the free artifact. Silence on entry. I think it's merchant costs. Because we have the silence already, and I'm not too worried about what's coming out of the Seraph the Diligent fight. Last time we duplicated a drip fall. We certainly don't need another drip fall. An extra Wicklash is very interesting. A second Unnamed Tome's not really that valuable, except as an incant trigger. But I would like an incant. If I'm gonna let something consume, I'd rather have it be something that is going to benefit me for the whole fight. Another consumable card. So Umbra is not going to be good. It's going to generate morsels. This is going to be potentially Reform, which is not that great. It could also be Extend Burnout on all units on the floor. That could be really beneficial. Hellhorn is probably going to be Rage. I think we go with Melting Remnant first. We get Hallowed Drippings, which is absolutely fine to add to our deck. And that's good. I'm actually happy with that. And now we have extra health, but really it's more about the double incant or double frostbite per incant. This is going to be a lot of damage. The armor isn't scary. I think we play on the middle floor. Because we have a lot of sweep, we have a lot of AoE. So we're going to stack a lot. In fact, the Extinguish triggers also mean that we're going to stack even more damage onto these backliners. This is perfect. We can get you in there. I kind of think it's Wickless Tycoon. So getting this would be way too much damage. Even if we did Frost Foregone Power on you, it'd be way too much. I think it's the Wickless Tycoon. Mostly because we don't want Cold Celia at the front. This represents, right now, 30, 40 damage. This is 16 guaranteed damage on the Gilded Wing plus extra frostbite. We have to do it. I'm not thrilled about it, but I think we have to do it. And I'm very seriously considering. Mortal Entrapment came at a really bad time. And play the drag. I almost want to, like, do we still poly one of them to save 10 damage? Do we just do this, yeet you out now? With a Foregone Power on Gilded Wing, that would represent 46 damage, 45 damage, 44 damage. It's 90, 135 before it gets to attack. 135. And then we take 2 more hits. It'd be 20. This means that we only take 20 damage. And then we reduce the damage onto Solgard by 10. I'm going to do this kind of weird. I actually think we want to incant here. Oh, I can only do it on enemies. I think we just do it. I think we do it. We take 20 damage, but we reduce the damage onto Solgard, and we absolutely make sure that you're not going to reach the pyre later on. Is that right? Ah. This is a tough one. If we yeet one of them, it's going to reduce the damage onto the Gilded Wing. We're going to get 10 hits. Let's say we incant 2 more times. At least next turn. If we incant 2 more times, that represents 6 Frostbite. That's going to be 7 hits. 6 Frostbite times 7. 42. 45 Frostbite. That's 90 damage by itself. Plus the actual damage you're taking, 16. It's 106 damage. I mean, I think it's okay. I think we make it work. And maybe we'll even get more incants than just 2. So we get you out. That's going to make the other Titan's Gratitude cheaper. We want to Wicklash you, I think. It's not the holdover one yet. There's a chance we'll get the holdover one with the draw here. Oh, we can drip fall. I think we want to drip fall the Wickless Tycoon. Alternatively, we drip fall the Gilded Wing now. Because we'll take the same amount of damage almost. So if we do this, then we Titan's Gratitude, kill the front unit. Titan's Gratitude, kill the middle unit. We saved ourselves a bunch of damage and got more incants on that floor. It does mean that we don't get a unit to do more damage here yet. Here's a question. Unnamed Tome might actually make sense here. We save ourselves a lot of damage by doing this. Okay, we're absolutely drip falling you down. That's gonna happen. Okay, then I think we Unnamed Tome here. We can Purify and Cleanse you. Wicklash. Wicklash. Then we can Foregone Power twice. I think we're gonna have enough Frostbite to kill the front and back unit, but let's see. How are we doing? Yeah, we're totally fine. We heal you back up. We are going to be able to hit a Titan's Tooth, but it's not probably going to do a whole lot. Let's block a hit here. We play this just flat out. We can double Wicklash our buddy here. We can Hallow Drippings, making them all have a solid amount of burnout there. And I think we just kill the frontliner, save ourselves 5 damage. Cool. Alright, we're gonna heal again. And we're gonna have the respite to heal once again after. So we can Yeet Stick this dude if we want. So let's just keep stacking Wicklashes onto you. Or we can Drip Fall. In fact, what we can do is Drip Fall and Yeet to prevent 11 damage, which seems really valuable, because that's going to be enough hits. So we Drip Fall, then we Yeet you up to the Pyre. You're going to die without doing any damage to our Pyre. Then we can save ourselves an extra 5 damage, and then just incant again. We want to get to the point where we don't have that much damage onto our... Holy crap, Solgard. Let's Drip Fall you. Incant you. Are any of them damaged? None of them are damaged. Just incant twice. Incanting you is not going to do anything. And we have nothing to Mortal Entrapment. Okay. Alright. So we can heal. Again. Wicklash. 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 Even if we hit Titan's Tooth, it does not matter. We cannot play this anyway. We just play this out. Alright, how are we doing? We're killing everything. That's exactly what we wanted to hear. And even Solgard is living. We have how many shards? 36 shards. That's a lot of shards. Increase your damage. We can Drip Fall you. Drip Fall you again. And then Foregone Power, Foregone Power. Cool. Holy crap, that has a lot of Frostbite on him. Alright, what do we want here? part of me is like, get the unnamed tome just to get something else that can consume. But I think we have enough. Let's see, if we go 10 rounds, right? We have 1, 2, let's say 3, a Titan's Gratitude, 4, Mortal Entrapment, maybe 5, some Foregone Powers, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do the one more Unknown Tome. I think it's fine. We have basically 8 draw per turn. Wax and Spike is also really good, just as a way to extend burnout on that floor. And potentially we can play it for 3, especially if we get it early. It's definitely going to be spell upgrades. And having them all have damage is going to be really good on that floor. We don't... Well, if we play 2 units... If we play 2 units, and it's the turn when we have the Wax and Spike, that adds a lot of damage to all of that floor, which is kind of interesting. I mean, we have an insane amount of money right now. I really like double stacking the Steel Pulley. Oh, but Mortal Entrapment. And then putting it down back to 3 cost. That's really strong. That's so much days onto the units. Let's add more damage to the Titan's Gratitude. Reroll here. I don't think we want another holdover. I'd rather just get -1 to... Let's add 10 to the Titan's Tooth. Make this other Titan's Gratitude free. And let's check out the trinkets here. So I think we can afford this, certainly. We don't need any of these. We don't have any tomb units. Okay, we don't have any extinguished triggers, but Fades for Blade is really good, and units being free is also pretty good. Duplicate. What do we want to duplicate? We could duplicate a unit. We're fitting a lot of units on the floor. I almost think we duplicate the Paraffin Enforcer. We can get a lot of burnout as well at this point. A second Paraffin Enforcer just makes them that much, all of them that much stronger. And then do we remove a drag? Maybe even 2 drags. So we can just focus on incanting. I really like this. I think this is a good setup here. We're very likely to get an early Paraffin Enforcer to already start stacking. We got one already. We have a pretty decent incant spell here. We can get rid of the shard. But we don't want to play Hallow Drippings yet. We want to save that for later. Then we can blast the front unit. And we start with that. It's not great, but we have plenty of higher health right now, so we don't need to stress about it yet. Okay, so... In fact, we can Mortal Entrapment this guy, and then he just dies. Let's get you in there. How do I want to do this? Really want Mortal Entrapment to be played. I think we do it on Seraph. But do we really want that to be our opening card? We have to do Steel Pulley. So Steel Pulley needs to be the first card that we play. Daze 3 kills you. Daze 3 does not kill you yet. But it would incant. We could also use the Drip Fall now. Oh, no, we're going to use Steel Pulley first. And we don't want Steel Pulley to get cost reduced. So. If we play Steel Pulley, we take 20 damage, but we reduce our damage onto our guy by 5. Or you know what, we just eat him. Now, these guys are easy to kill. Let's save ourselves some damage here. Steel pull you. Okay. Play the Wickless Baron. Hope that this hits Mortal Entrapment. Please hit Mortal Entrapment. Please. Please hit Mortal Entrapment. Why you gotta be like that, game? I think then we save ourselves damage. We can also play Cold Celia. That makes Mortal Entrapment free. Freaking heck. Yes! Alright, that's amazing. So we want to drip fall you down. We want to Mortal Entrapment Seraph now? I think so, because 6 days is a lot of days for a long time. Let's give you Wicklash. And I'm actually okay. There are ways we can kill these guys. I'm not stressing the damage here. Even if they both get to the pyre, I'm not stressing that. I would rather... That's getting a little bit weird, but I would still rather... Okay, we do not need another drip fall. That's one I'm okay to consume. So let's drip fall you down. Play this out. Unnamed Tome. Let me just play it down here. You're gonna do one hit. This is gonna be 40 damage. That's fine. We're still gonna have plenty of health. We need to play this on you. Need to play this on you. We can actually we can save ourselves 10 damage here. Is that better than saving him 5 damage? And getting an... I think the incant is still really good though. In fact, it's so good I'm not gonna play the. I don't want to kill it. I want to actually get hit. Okay. You're just fine. So it's got to be Wax and Spike. We can play a drag to make the Vengeful Shard free. Then we Wax and Spike. We need to double Wicklash. So Wicklash, Wicklash, Cleanse, and Frostbite. Holy crap. You're taking a lot of damage. I mean, it makes sense. You're getting hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and you already have 15. That's 30. That's 150 Frostbite onto Sarah. This is why we don't need Foregone Power. We do so much already without it. Okay, this is where things get tricky. I think we can afford... This is really scary. Please hit a Vengeful Shard. Gosh, freaking damn it. All right. All right. Let's get Wicklash. Who's got the least amount right now? You're all kind of in a weird spot. Let's get that out. We can drip fall our buddy down now. Seems okay. Or we just drip fall Seraph down and get even more damage onto Seraph right now. And increase... Yeah, I think we just do that. I don't really care if this guy dies. He's not really adding much. $271 damage. Pretty good. So, anyway. You're gonna be dead, sir. Sorry about that. Let's get this on you. This on you. What could we possibly draw here? Nothing. There's nothing we can draw that will save us. So let's just be thrilled that we got as much damage out that we could. Now they have all the burnout they need. I honestly think we're just fine. I'm not stressing at all. Seraph's likely going to have an additional 6 days and 271 Frostbite, plus all the damage that Seraph's going to take from these guys, so I'm really thinking we're just fine. Let's make sure this does not hit us, and then just do that. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so it's the other Wicklash. Let's put it on the backliner. Play this onto Seraph. No, I don't want to become famous, guys. Gosh, dang it. These people, they want to make me famous. I just don't want it. They don't understand. All right. Who do we want to? Do we don't need to heal anybody? I guess we can extend burnout onto you. That was not ideal. And then just... Oh, that was good. So we get 1 damage here. And then we're on to Seraph. And Seraph has 6 days. Seraph's never going to hit us. 7 days. Counting is hard. Get rid of this. Play this out, draw, and then just play these all out. Cool, cool. That was a solid run. I really like that build a lot. A very interesting combination of burnout plus frostbite. Really, really like that. So just looking at the run summary, yeah, Solgard was our major focal point, but surprisingly, even with Solgard dying during the Seraph fight prior to Relentless, we still were just fine. I mean, he was adding so much frostbite. And I really, thinking back, remember the choice was, do we want to mix Coldchannel with Titan's Channel? Because we were given the option. And even though it could have worked, getting to that 9th shard would have been pretty difficult. And those early units had so much health, I think we would have been in a lot of trouble. It probably still would have been fine, but we certainly wouldn't have stacked that much frostbite. We would have had a lot more health, though. That's the fair point. We would have had a lot more health on Solgard if we'd gone that way. But then having the 2 Paraffin Enforcers buffing each other once they both had burnout was really strong. Cold Celia for her AoE was really, really strong. And then most of our spells were then revolving around applying burnout. Mortal Entrapment, double stacked, ended up being huge. We got so much days onto Seraph. Drip Falls to overstack the floor. Like, really just all around solid. Cool. So if you're finishing now, or if you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed.